Shalom, shalom, shalom. Greetings and salutations to the 12 lost tribes of the house of Israel. You reached DSTM. Don't shoot the messenger. This is episode number 108. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh Shai. That's giving all praise and honor and glory to the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, and the name of his only begotten Son, the Savior of Israel and Israel alone, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly has been calling Jesus Christ. It's your brother Amath. I acquired first name. IQ is all the same. It's a hump day. Are y'all good? Hopefully you are. And if you are, and you're in the house, did you wipe your feet before you came in? You know the question of the day. Did you wipe your feet before you came in? Huh? If you did not, I need you to pause the video. I need you to go hit the like button, show some respect, act like you got some home training, act like you've been raised right, okay? And show your brother some love, man. Let's get the algorithms kicking. Let's make sure that the video is made available so that the notifications can be uh, seen and heard on everyone's devices, so that you can stay locked in. It's been brought to my attention by a few people that YouTube has unsubscribed them from our channels and turned off notifications. People hitting me up asking me, "What are you done teaching? What's going on?" Blah blah blah. I mean, I think they were aware that the IQAhmath channel had been suspended and restricted temporarily, but the other page, Messengers of the Covenant Reloaded, seems to be unsubscribing people. Imagine that. As the Ministry of Truth continues their marching through the virtual sphere and regulating who can hear truth, who can hear what they want, who can listen to what they want to, and who can't. So make sure you're checking your notifications. Make sure that the bell is clicked on all. Make sure that you're subscribed and continue to be. That's what's going on right now. Like I said, the scriptures say at the mouth of two or three witnesses, let everything be established. That's in 2 Corinthians 13, I believe in the first verse. So if I've heard it from bare minimum 4 people telling me that they've been unsubscribed and their notifications have been turned off, I mean, you know, the word is out. All right. Um, Information scrolling at the bottom. If you have any questions, you want to donate, send your alms. The cash app is $IQAhmath. The email is messengers of the covenant 144 at gmail. Salakia. The covenant 144 at gmail.com. All right. You can also catch us on Instagram as well. We're not as active on Instagram, but the page, it's available there. Most High willing, we'll get a little bit more active on there. And just be hard to lock into the social media. As much as I talk bad about it, I don't want to be a hypocrite and act like it. We ain't got it. We do. But it's just hard maintaining and staying up on top of them. You dig what I'm saying? So hopefully everybody's well. Hopefully everybody's in the house and you doing well today. But let's just get right to the business at hand. It's a lot of folly going on as usual, and Sloe Biden is at the head of it. He continues to wagger and slither his forked tongue around. Yesterday, he did his State of the Union address talking about inflation, right? But did you listen close? Did you even hear about it? If you didn't, let me help you out. Let me help you out. Let me show you the nature of the forked tongue creature known as Sloe Biden and his nation. The serpentine nature, the so-called white man. Check this out.
Maximum employment and which plays a primary role in fighting inflation in our country.
Look at him wiping the venom off of his mouth.
This challenge.
Watch the snake talk, man. He's gonna wipe the venom off his mouth as he's talking. He can't, keep it in his mouth. He's gonna mention that the Federal Reserve is a It's not a government. I was going to say an arm of the government. It's not an arm of the government, but it's a privatized corporation that issues out loans and controls the finances of the world. In case you didn't know, everybody should kind of be aware of that. If you haven't, do your research on the Federal Reserve. Okay, he's going to acknowledge their role in helping to reduce inflation. But watch this. Watch this, demon.
than just about any other country in the world. Some of the roots of the inflation are outside of our control, to state the obvious. But there are things we can do and we can address and we need to do. That starts with the Federal Reserve, which plays a primary role in fighting inflation.
Oh, look at him. Can't keep the venom in, man. Keep the venom in. Damn, demon.
Country. I put forward a highly qualified nominees to lead that institution, and I strongly urge the Senate to confirm them without delay. The Fed has dual responsibilities. First is achieving maximum employment, and second is stable prices. And while I'll never interfere with the Fed's judgments and decisions or tell them what they have to do, they're independent. They're independent. I believe that inflation is our top economic.
See, notice he said he can never tell the Fed what to do. They're independent. They're independent. The Federal Reserve, regardless of the name, don't pay attention to federal. That doesn't mean that they're governmentally affiliated. This is a private owned bank that prints money, a license to print money, shelving out loans to America and the world. And they dictate policy based upon world economy, right? And you tell me that the earth hasn't been given into the hand of the wicked, and that isn't at the arm of the so-called white man. Who runs the Federal Reserve? Jerome Powell. You want to go look at him? You go look up the image of Jerome Powell, and you tell me who that is. Janet Yeltsin, I believe her name is. Look at these characters, man. You tell me if they not the ones. Hold on. Let me help y'all out, because some of y'all don't even want. You only want to go look. You're too scared. I'll help you out. I'll help you out. Oh, here goes one. Chair of the Federal Reserve. Huh? There he goes. Mr. Chairman. Jerome Powell. So-called white man. Hmm? In control of the earth? You still wondering who that is? How about we just go there? We'll go to the classic scripture, Job 9:24, just so that we can understand and know who we dealing with. It's for the people in the back. It's for the ones that's riding on the slow bus, with the helmets on and the mouthpieces in, holding back drool. You dig? You don't know what's going on this ride that you on, or where are you going. Let me help you out. Job 9:24 says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked." The entire earth has been placed into the hands of a people, nation, known to be wicked. That's their character. That's their nature. You can't change it, and neither can I. So the question is who is in control of the earth? Who's dictating policy worldwide? Who's got a worldwide police force? Who's got an international monetary fund or a company known as that, the IMF? Who's controlling the World Bank, World Council of Churches? Uh, what country has over 130 military bases set up around the world, other than America? Oh, and who's the head of America? Who's running America? Huh? And even they have controllers known as the Federal Reserve, a private bank. I mean, we're talking about all facets of the earth. Who's controlling the land? Who controls the agricultural laws? Taxes, immigration, border controls. Huh? The so-called white man. And the Lord said that they are wicked. It said he covered the faces of the judges thereof. So if you need another hint on what type of actions this wicked person or wicked people would take, they would actually cover the faces. They would commit an act of vandalism. They would hide or to cover up the true judges of the earth. Well, let's look at it simplistically. You go to court, there's a person known as a judge. Nine times out of 10, they're former lawyers. Well, if you have to be a lawyer, that means you have to understand and study law. You have to understand and know how to deal with righteous, not, I ain't gonna say righteous. You have to know how to deal with judgment, so to speak. Okay. So let's look at it biblically. What people and who was given the laws of God? Newsflash, the children of Israel was given the laws of God. Everybody should know that, right? The first five books of Torah was given to the children of Israel as law. We made a blood covenant with the Most High in Exodus 24, 3 through 8. Said that we would come, everything that the Lord commanded us, we would do, and it was sealed in blood. Now, if the true judges of the earth have been concealed and covered up, the question now is who did that? You got the army, they've got armies of um, Christian apologists running around, urban apologists running around, trying to maintain the cover up. You've got media, news, um, movies, iconoclast um, artwork that's been vandalized since the times of the Renaissance in the 15th to 16th century, where they have changed iconoclasm, where they have changed actual artwork, artifacts, destroyed pottery, artifacts, paintings, cathedrals that had depictions of so called blacks being seen as holy figures out the scriptures, right? Hold on, let me get one more open. Let me get one more. I think it's the second Maccabee. Oh, shoot. Let me see if it's this three. Maybe it's first. Hold on. Shucks, my bad, John. I'm typing too fast. Let me try to get. Come on, Q, get it together, man. Let me see if it's three. Let's look at this. After the invasion of the Greeks, looking to take over and destroying the temple. Okay, this is after 333 BC. You're talking around 167 AD. Excuse me, BC, right? The Jews, the Israelites, were under siege by the Greeks. So let's look at this. Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mashpah, over against Jerusalem. For in Mashpah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes. Verse 48, the main one. Here, look at it. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. So if we're seeing images being changed to look like them, we're talking about real vandalism that happened. Because if they were all white, if the Jews would look the same as the Greeks, there wouldn't be too much painting of their likenesses or changes that needed to be made outside of probably garments. You know what I'm saying? No, when you're talking about real changing of imagery, painting the likeness, that's iconoclasm. I mean, who had the audacity to paint himself up as Christ? Caesar Borgia. Everybody should know, have that understanding by now that Christ wasn't white. The depiction of that the world acknowledges, praises, and that some of you Negroes and Hispanics are running around with tattoos of them on you. You still got the paintings up in your wall, in your homes, in your cars, in your back pocket, in your wallets. The false image of Yahweh being Caesar Borgia, the second son of Pope Alexander, the sixth of Rome, is a real person, a homosexual, a pedophile, killed his brother, had sex with his sister, right? Look it up. Go look at the history of the Borgias. I believe Showtime had a series on them maybe about 10, 15 years ago. The Borgias. And you see how wicked that family was. But we see historically that there was a time when the heathen would seek to paint the likeness of their images. That is the Greeks looking to have themselves be looked at as holy figures in the word. See, opening the books of the law. So when we go back and we look at Job, we put two and two together. Who is this? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So there's a wicked people that's controlling the earth. Look at everything that's going on throughout the earth. I mean, you got white folks even talking about how bad the governments are, how wicked, they want to talk about the Illuminati, they want to talk about everything else. But when you're looking at it and you're saying, well, who is the heads of all of these organizations that you keep talking about as wicked? Oh, the Illuminati. Okay, Albert Pike. Is he not an Edomite? Oh, okay. Adam Weishaupt. Are they not Edomites? Are they not white men that sought out to control and dominate the whole world? You want to talk about Klaus Schwab? You talking about white men? Bill Gates, white man. Hello. So who's in control of the earth? Who's the ones controlling all of these facets of the earth? It always goes back to the same person. And another thing that we're going to do is cover the faces of the judges thereof. Just look at the essence of the Renaissance period. There's plenty of information regarding the Dark Ages. I did a lesson regarding the Dark Ages, maybe about what I do, so-called Black History Month. I did one this year in February. Scroll back and look for it. I've done stuff years ago. There's other brothers out there that's putting out potent information regarding Dark Ages and the history of Black nobility in Ireland, Scotland, Greece, Italy, Portugal. I mean, come on. And there was a people that said we got to change the faces of these people so it looks like us. And then the scriptures say, if not, where and who is he then? I mean, if that isn't enough evidence, then you tell me. The Most High said, if not, where and who is he then? You want another look? This is how we're gonna see what this dude is up to. And I apologize for taking so long, just how the spirit moves. But let me look at this one more time, because I only really want to play about a minute of what he's saying. But once he talked about the IMF, I mean, when he talked about the Federal Reserve, and he started wiping the venom off of his mouth before he starts telling you something very potent. Watch this. Remember, this is about inflation. And look how they already got the damn, you know, uh, images up here. That's not on the background of this board. They put that visual up there. Watch this.
Need to do. That starts with the Federal Reserve, which plays a primary role in fighting inflation in our country. I put forward a highly qualified nominees to lead that institution, and I strongly urge the Senate to confirm them without delay.
Hold on. Let me make sure I hit the. I want to make sure y'all hearing this. I don't recall if I hit the sound. I didn't. Shalakia. Shalakia. See that? Spirit told me go back and check. All right. My bad, y'all. Let me shut him back just a little bit. Okay. Here you go.
Some of the roots of the inflation are outside of our control, to state the obvious. But there are things we can do and we can address and we need to do. That starts with the Federal Reserve, which plays a primary role in fighting inflation.
Look at the demon wiping the damn venom off his lips. Go ahead.
I put forward a highly qualified nominees to lead that institution, and I strongly urge the Senate to confirm them without delay. The Fed has dual responsibilities. First is achieving maximum employment, and second is stable prices. And while I'll never interfere with the Fed's judgments and decisions or tell them what they have to do.
See that? See, it was muted before, I believe. So he said, I'll never tell or interfere with what the Fed says what to do, because it's a private corporation that controls America's finances. Let's go.
They're independent. They're independent. I believe that inflation.
They're independent. Meaning what? I'm a puppet. I can't tell them what to do. Yeah, I'm the so-called president. I'm the most powerful man in the world, but there's somebody that I even answer to. Hmm? All right. Just making sure y'all listening. Go ahead. I'm gonna play. Keep it going.
Inflation is our top economic challenge right now, and I think they do too. We've built a strong economy with a strong job market. And I agree with what Chairman Powell said last week, that the number one threat is the strength, and that strength that we built is inflation.
Whoa, whoa. See when he gets to stuttering? See when the snake gets to start, spitting out the venom? He said the greatest thing that we built is inflation. He said he built it. They set up this whole thing. That's what they call a what? Freudian slip? Oops. Did you just spill the beans? That the Federal Reserve and Sloe Biden and his administration are planning to prolong and increase inflation to destroy the U.S. economy? Hello? Let me play it again, just in case I miss. As soon as he gets to stuttering, you know he about to lie, or he got to tell the truth. Actually,
Economy with a strong job market. And I agree with what Chairman Powell said last week, that the number one threat is the strength, and that strength that we built is inflation.
whoops! And that strength that we built is inflation. He said it. I didn't. Whoops. Whoops. Snake oil for sale. Snake oil for sale. Who wants some? Okay. Caught him slipping. Caught him slipping. And he's talking about this guy right here. And then you also got this one. Janet Yellen. She's up there with the Federal Reserve. I mean, look at this, man. This old decrepit looking, lizard. She's out here controlling the money. U.S. Treasury Secretary. I mean, she's running the show. Look at her. Look at this. Look at her face. Good Lord. These are the ones running the show, man. These are the ones that's running the banks. These are the ones that slow Biden. Well, she can't, but Jerome Powell in the Federal Reserve, he said, I can't tell them nothing. I got to do what they say. And he said, the greatest thing that we created was inflation. Look at this. I got to play one more time.
A strong job market. And I agree with what Chairman Powell said last week, that the number one threat is the strength, and that strength that we built is inflation.
And that strength that we built is inflation. Okay. I'm going to let y'all marinate on that. Let me move on. Let's look at some more. Let's look at some more poison that he's serving up on the plate, man, to the highest bidder. Who wants some? Okay. Exclusive law enforcement prepares for potential violence. Hold on. Let me get one scripture for Slow Biden. Let me get one more scripture for him. Uh, 5. Yeah, here you go. Look at this. 5. Let's read 13 and 14. Sirach 5, 13, 14 says, honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall. Is that not befitting of Slow Biden? And let that be a lesson to men and women of Israel, man. Watch what you say, watch how you moving. Because the Most High says honor and shame is what comes out your mouth. But it says, in the tongue of man is his fall. See, Slow Biden can't, he can't hold his tongue, man. That's why he was drooling. That's why he's always bumbling and can't say the right things. That's why he just slipped out the beans and just said, "Oh, our greatest strength is that we created inflation." Verse 14, it says, "Be not called a whisperer, and lie not in wait with thy tongue, for a foul shame is upon the thief." The thief. I mean, how did America get established? False peace treaties, theft, robbery, murder, kidnap, rape, For a foul shame is upon the thief, and an evil condemnation upon the double tongued. An evil condemnation is coming to the double tongue, man. The forked tongue of the so-called white man, the slow Biden, and the rest of his administration, and all those that follow along with his folly. The Most High said the evil condemnation is coming, and that's why America is going to be judged and destroyed. So let's go back here. We talked about it in last episode, 107, that this whole Roe versus Wade thing is just cannon fodder for the election and the primaries in November. It's being politicized. The deaths of black babies, the death of Latino babies is being politicized just for more gain, for more control, for more power. As Sloe Biden is talking about, he's trying to create a plan for to help fight inflation, and he's going to get job raises, and he's going to lower the cost of living and all. He ain't got no damn plan to do that. The only thing he's out there doing is peddling billions of dollars to send to Ukraine, constantly on the table saying, I need 7 billion to go send, I need 8 billion to go send to them. Can we send them another 30 billion? Can we send them more? You ain't trying to work on no damn plan. He's talking about the Republicans don't have no plan. They don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna raise your taxes. What, you've already done that. I mean, how much worse can it get? He's claiming he's got a plan that's gonna get us out, and it's the Republicans that love it, just holding everybody hostage in this inflationary bubble that we're in right now. Well, listen, inflation was hitting last year, damn near to the summer. Prices was already going up. Gas was already going up, right? By the end of last year, people was already complaining about uh, shelves being empty, coming up short. Are we not right now in a shortage of baby formula? You have mothers out there saying that they can't even feed their kids right now. I think they said that the online ordering is down there 2 weeks out to get any baby formula. Let me look and see. Hold on. I don't want to misquote that. Let's see. How long is it taking to get off of Amazon? I could be wrong. No, hey, you got some. So you get some tomorrow. Plant based, But tell that to the sister, man, who's got CCRC, not CCRC. What's that? What's the one that they get the WIC? You can't use WIC online, can you? You know. So we're seeing here all these shortages, man. And Slow Biden is saying, "Oh, it's the Republicans' fault. Our policies are good." So going back to the Roe versus Wade thing, again, this is just political motivation, man. BLM is burnt out. Patrice Cullors then came clean and said she lied and said that the money that Black Lives Matter got, and she bought that $6 million home. They haven't been using it just for quote unquote business purposes only. So that arm of political dissidence and distraction has been cut off. I don't know how you spell colors. Okay, we ain't even going to the. We're not even going uh, to the article. See, you should, New York Post. BLM's Patrice Cullors admits using $6 million mansion for parties. Okay, she lied about using the mansion. They said it was supposed to be for business purposes only. So Black lives don't matter, and they can't be used no more. So they're going to use this um, Roe versus Wade decision to motivate political opposition. They already had an uprising down in L.A. Remember I covered the article. They said that the federal police was brought in. Not the LAPD. The feds was brought in. Now it's a governmental thing. Now it's political. So look at this. Exclusive law enforcement prepares for potential violence, unrest surrounding the Roe decision. Every time it's an election, there's always some sort of unrest, some sort of violence. It's usually surrounded around brothers and sisters getting shot and killed by the police. They motivate and pay get these paid groups from George Soros and Open Society and the rest of these damn fake philanthropy movements that's paying these Uncle Toms to run out here and act like they're for the cause and they really not. Notice again, we always talked about it, and everybody knows BLM was ran by some dykes. They transformed the movement into a LGBTQ HIV plus advantage movement. This is a pro-abortion founded place. When we just got through seeing over 100,000, over 130,000 black babies were aborted in 1 year. I believe that was in 2020. Where was the outrage then? Why no marching and fighting then? Why not burn down some Planned Parenthood buildings? I mean, they did it to the police stations. Why not hit Planned Parenthood? Go do a drive by with the Molotov cocktails on them. If Black Lives mattered. Oh no, they don't matter. So here's the new distraction. Here's the new, the hyenas and the hounds of the Democrats have been let loose, and this is the new movement to distract everybody to say, ooh, get involved in politics. Your vote matters. It's your body, your choice. Your freedoms are being stripped away from you. Your freedoms have already been stripped away from you. What are you talking about? Just ask your boss and your jobs that was threatening you last year, saying that if you didn't allow something to get injected into you, you could lose your job. You could lose your benefits. Your benefits actually will be your insurance benefits actually be increased if you don't do it. Huh? Where's the freedom at then? Oh, okay. Let's finish this up. So, law enforcement is preparing for potential violence and unrest surrounding the Roe decision. So, they're talking about by this summer, they're expecting some rioting, some folly to go on, so that the Democrats can use it as a political motivator to say, well, if you don't like this, then you need to get out there and vote come November. Don't give the power back to the Republicans. So, the wind up and the toy soldiers are already being wound up, and they're getting ready to get let loose into the streets. Just be prepared. Know that's how it goes. It's dirty politics. It is what it is. But check this out though. Oh, got some more poison for sale. Slow Biden. Up flashback. Biden backed an amendment to overturn Roe versus Wade as a senator. Oh, so you trying to tell me that he actually had the same opinion of being anti-abortion? Oh, Slow Biden was against abortion when he was a senator in Delaware? Really? And now all of a sudden, oh, he's pro-choice, and oh, we can't let these evil Republicans. How dare they even think that way? You lying bastard! He had the same motivations, man. He's a career politician, man. The dude will flip flop for wherever the money is, wherever he can get votes, wherever he can get favor. He's gonna do it. So here's some more snake oil and some more venom for sale. Who wants some? Open wide. He'll guzzle, he'll chug it down your throat, man, straight to the neck. So we see the hypocrisy in him, man. Flashback, Biden backed the amendment to overturn Roe versus Wade as a senator. Now that they're talking about the rumors that it's going to get overturned, he's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, talking about what? How dare they? The Republicans are evil. Oh, they're going to come for all your rights. They're... And he did the same thing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. President Biden on Tuesday weighed in on the leaked Supreme Court opinion draft that would strike down Roe versus Wade, saying he believes that, quote, a woman's right to choose is fundamental. That ain't what you said in the 80s. But back in the 80s, Biden, who was Then a U.S. senator from Delaware sang a different tune. In 1982, he proposed an amendment by Senator Orrin Hatch, a Republican out of Utah, that sought to reverse Roe versus Wade. Well, how about that? Whoops, busted again. Are we slow Biden? Okay, let's move on. Let's look what's going on. Uh, Yesterday, tech giants lost more than $1 trillion in value in the last 3 trading days. That's with a T. So you telling me that the economy is not slowly but surely crashing and burning? Telling me that it's not, it's almost impossible to think that there's going to be a quote unquote build back better, man. You trying to find salvation in money and what's going on here, man? Please, tech companies, Bitcoin, all them things is crashing right now. Bad. You saying in 3 trading days, $1 trillion got lost by tech giants, man. America's over with. I mean, this place is going down fast and furious. Let's look at this. Okay, so we're talking about the war again. America is fighting by proxy. They are already involved in World War III. It's just a matter of when is Russia going to step to the plate and say, you know what, the hell with it, man. We already know that they're all against us. The U.S. has already, got troops on the ground. They're giving intelligence. They're giving weapons. They're giving money. They're funding the operation. They're our enemies. We got to do something. They've already threatened to get at France, threatened to get at the UK. Now here's more. The US walks a fine line, sharing intelligence with the Ukraine in war with Russia. Washington is seeking to help Kyiv defeat Moscow's invasion while avoiding direct conflict with President Vladimir Putin. See, they tiptoeing. They're walking this fine line. Yeah, we'll give you some money. We'll give you. Oh, matter of fact, hey, here's a little hot tip, man. There's a battleship over here. Blah blah blah. Here's the coordinates, and you still got the missiles we sent you. Yeah, yeah. Okay, make sure you go ahead and launch those, man. It's still there. Yeah, let that go. Oh, our drones have spotted, troops over here, tanks over here. Here's the coordinates. Light them up. You understand? That's the games that they playing. But it's just a matter of time when Russia says, man, I'm sick of this. NATO, the U.S. is not playing fair. We're going to go ahead and push the panic button. Let's just update this whole thing. Just in case you was wondering, is it over? Are we out the clear yet? Are we back to normal? Uh-oh, no. California DVOC numbers hit highest point since February. Bay Area sees its worst rates. So we see an increase of this playing out. And they're saying just wait until the fall. That's when they're really going to say, oh, we got to go back. Sorry, y'all. Got to go back. Don't believe me? Look at this. DVOC wave this fall could affect 100 million. The administration is warning. Hmm? Well. Be prepared. You know, I'm still standing on my square saying it ain't over. And don't be surprised when they reintroduce and come back with more lockdowns, more mandates, more restrictions, or revisiting the same over and over again. And just as soon as the small businesses, man, and the middle class is starting to get back on their feet, starting to get their businesses back up, starting to enjoy life again. People thinking, oh, I can go outside, I can finally breathe fresh air, I can finally take this mask off that's been giving me acne all day, and oh, no, it ain't over. It ain't over. But you know what is over? This episode of Don't Shoot the Messenger. This episode number 108, y'all. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High while you shy, man. Always remember to fear the Most High, keep the commandments, and don't ever shoot your messenger. And let me find out one of y'all out there, man, buying that snake oil at slow buying and selling, man. I'm gonna slap it out your hands and I'm gonna rebuke the hell out of you. All right. But until then, y'all be well. See y'all most high willing this Shabbat, man. Lord willing, we'll be doing the Friday night lights and we'll get it in. Be prepared, take your naps. All right. If you didn't, wipe your feet. Please do so before you leave. All right. I'm out of here. Shalom.